Starfield has been out for a few days now, and as predicted, the game has basically broken the internet with a shockwave of opinions and reviews. I know myself, I am loving the game a lot. It just feels like spacey Fallout, and I'm here for it. And it's so beautiful to see that the Nexus has already had over 1,000 mods available for Starfield already, and we're getting more every single day, and we don't even have the Creation Kit 2.0 yet. These are just the surface level mods you can do with code, console commands, or textures. So you best believe that once we get the Creation Kit 2, things are gonna get really weird. Like Randy Savage Dragons weird, Thomas the Tank Engine Dragons weird, Posh Mud Crabs. I mean, those aren't really weird, they were just awesome, and I can't wait for Space Crabs. But this week we have some UI mods, quality of life mods, gameplay changes that you will not want to miss, something for the people who cannot figure out how to put the square peg into the square hole, and even some amazing texture mods. So make sure you stick around to the end of the video to see the must-have mods, but also let me know what mod you're looking forward to or Starfield in the comments down below, and let's check these out. The first mod is one that I feel most players can appreciate. Enhanced Player Health Bars takes the health bar and adds different dynamic damage stages to it. So now you'll always know exactly how much health you have. No more guessing until you get one punched into the red and start puckering so hard you could turn coal into diamond. Now there will be 4 stages of your health bar: white, yellow, orange, and red. The health bar changes after every 25% of your health has been lost, so each quarter of your bar that you lose, it changes to a new color. And there's even alternate versions that change your health bar blue or green instead of white when you have 75% health or more. It's just a really nice mod. It's one of those that you just like set it and forget it, honestly. This next mod is quite simple though, but I feel that it has a big impact on the general quality of life while you look at skills to put in points into. Visible skill description changes the default spend X amount of points to unlock the skill text to something actually useful, like the actual skills description. So now when you're planning your character's build, you can just hover over the skills to find out if they're important to your build or not. No need to click on the skills to see what they actually do. Again, this mod is super simple, but makes a huge impact on the player experience, I feel like. But are you a gremlin? Do you play Starfield for 12 hours a day until 2 AM and look like this? Well, then protect your specialized even further with dark mode terminals. It brings the terminals into the 21st century and turns them all into dark mode, so you won't look like Gollum hissing at your screen, and it also supports the kiosks as well in the game. And it offers 60 FPS and 120 FPS menu versions as well. I wouldn't recommend the 120 FPS option though, unless you don't mind incredibly sped up animations. But if you don't mind being a heathen using light mode, that's fine too, I guess. You may have also noticed that some of the effects in Starfield look like butt cheeks. Well, this next mod fixes that for like every single effect in the game. Effect Textures Enhanced is a massive mod. It enhances explosions, weapon effects, gore, all kinds of storms, fires, fog and smoke, water splashes and waves, electricity, and much, much more. Basically everything in between. This is seriously impressive, and I didn't expect a mod of this caliber so soon after launch, but here we are. EXE is one of those must-have mods that everyone should add to their mod list. I cannot honestly wait to see what this mod changes with updates over time. This mod makes me legitimately excited for the future of Starfield mods if people are coming out of the gate swangin'. Okay, this next mod I'm going to give an extra special shout out to because it saved me unlocking a brand new hairline in real life from stress. Stealth Overhaul takes the stealth system in Starfield and well, it just fixes it. It adjusts basically every aspect of stealth, like the detection cone, the sound generated when you are out of line of sight, the sound generated in general by your double cheeked up characters, the chance of a sleeping person about to hear you. I cannot stress this enough that if you're building a stealth character, you need this mod. This mod also gives you the option to adjust the values for yourself in an INI file. So if you want my recommended settings for this, here's what I went with. My settings made it feel a lot like that Skyrim type of feel, where you could just be in front of bad guys and they just wouldn't see you. It adds that sense of fun back to stealth. My character has level 4 stealth, and I actually feel stealthy now. This mod is just a godsend for us stealthy characters and brings the sneaking down a notch so the enemies are not feeling like Hawkeye seeing you with their forehead from a mile away, or feeling like Spider-Man using their damn spidey senses tingling on their butthole as you're about to stab them. It's just an easy no-brainer for stealthy characters. But speaking of no-brainers though, Easy Digipick takes the lockpicking minigame and makes it unbelievably easy to solve, so now you can get back to looting and killing faster. So if you're just impatient and don't want to take time away from your psychopathic murder spree, or you want to get back to collecting all of the succulents in the entire universe, this mod will be great for you. No more forcing those last 2 brain cells to rub together to try and solve puzzles. So last week I showed you guys some DLSS mods that can help increase the visual quality for NVIDIA graphics card users. And I told you that I predict that in the next couple of days, we'd be seeing free versions of a DLSS frame generation mod. Well, put an F in the comments for those extra dum-dums who decided to spend $5 on a DLSS 3 frame generation mod like a bunch of silly gooses. Totally not self-projecting here, because we've already got our first free DLSS 3 frame generation mod for the 40 series GPUs. The mod can still be used on non-40 series graphics cards, but you won't be able to use the frame generation feature included. But either way, this is exactly the mod that we needed to keep things fair, and most importantly, free. Showing support to modders for their hard work is encouraged, but it shouldn't be forced. But have you ever thought that the default dialogue interface is just kind of ugly, or maybe kind of boring, or maybe you just want to design it to match your themes? Well, enhanced dialogue interface can actually fix this. It gives you over 50 options, I repeat, 50 options to change the dialogue interface to your liking. There's a couple of different fonts you can choose from. You can round the corners, make it align to the left, right, or center, change the padding, change the font size, change the color of the text, change the shadow distance, change the shadow opacity, change the color of the boxes while hovered, or while invalid or already clicked on, and just so many more friggin' options. It's a little daunting. And the coolest part is that you can even make these changes in virtually no time at all. You can actually just open the INI file provided after you install the mod and start changing values with the game open. And when you want to see the changes that you've made, just go back into the game and exit the dialogue and re-enter it. It's ridiculous how cool this mod actually is. In the words of the speaker, I could tell you, all of the ways you can change the dialog box, but this one mod would take a few minutes to go over. So I will instead just put this gun to Sarah's head and tell you to install the mod. Or else. This next mod is honestly coming way faster than I thought it would. That's what she said. STARUI is an absolutely insane overhaul to the inventory menu. Just like Sky UI and Fall UI before it, STARUI presents the player with massive amounts of data and added functionality as well. It's more condensed, more intuitive, more handsome, taller, better dressed. STARUI is just the whole frickin' package. And speaking of packages, each category is wrapped up in a cute little package complete with a tracker that tells you the amount of contents in each category and the weight of each category as well. And inside of each inventory category, the items inside are just as attentive. You will see sorting columns that you can actually sort your gear by. Some of these available columns and filters are things like quantity, damage, DPS, mass, value per mass, one for each element, and just many more. It also includes a button to buy or sell all of a certain category from a vendor or to a vendor. It also features a bigger scroll bar, so it's actually friggin' clickable, and it features an option to make pressing tab take you right back to the game instead of back to your character menu again. Honestly, the amount of options this mod has and the functionality that it adds is incredible. For such a short amount of time that the game has been out, let's give a round of applause to M8R98A4F2, whose name sounds like a friggin' hex color code value or Windows error code, but regardless, they're doing amazing work. Now the final mod for this video is one that will be an essential mod going forward, the Starfield script extender, aka SFSE. If you're familiar with Skyrim or Fallout modding, you already know what this is and you already know what it's used for. But if you are a baby modder who is just now joining the Bethesda modding scene, this mod allows mod makers to add more functionality and more options to their code than normal. So it will vastly open up the modding potential for Starfield mods in the future. Skyrim and Fallout both had their own script extenders known as SKSE and F4SE, and now we're seeing an extremely early alpha version of this for Starfield. There's currently only one mod that I've seen that uses it, which is like some achievement enabler mod, but in the coming weeks we're going to be hit with a tidal wave of mods, especially once we get access to Creation Kit 2. Then it is on. This week though has had some redonkulous mods in it. It's honestly crazy to think that this is only week 2 for Starfield mods. These mods make me so dang excited for the future of Starfield mods. And if you want me to continue to cover mods for Starfield in the future, please be sure to like this video. The engagement really tells me how much you guys enjoy the content and helps push my content out to more people. But also subscribe if you guys are new and comment down below what your favorite mod so far is. But thank you for watching, guys. Later, nerds.